Welcome to Vision Vibes, and today we're breaking down the details of the US 9/11's terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, the goals they aimed to achieve, and the subsequent implications on the global stage. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to explore this multifaceted journey with us. Have you ever found yourself pondering what precisely occurred on the fateful morning of September 11, 2001? This question goes beyond a mere tryst with historical curiosity. It is a profound investigation into one of the most consequential occurrences of the 21st century, a day that changed the course of humanity. Events so cataclysmic that it forever reshaped the iconic silhouette of New York City, and indeed the entire world. On this day, the unthinkable morphed into a harsh reality, and the globe came to a standstill as the pride of the American skyline, Twin Towers of the Trade Center, were ruthlessly attacked. The shocking tremors of this tragic event did not recede with the passing of time, but continue to shape our present world in unforeseen ways. In the realm of politics, it became a catalyst for transformation, creating an era marked by a heightened sense of uncertainty and a renewed emphasis on national security. It redefined our understanding of security, prompting nations worldwide to rethink their strategies and systems in an effort to prevent such atrocities. The attacks also altered how we perceive and react to global threats. The world transitioned into a new phase marked by vigilance, readiness, and a heightened focus on international cooperation in the face of common threats. The ripple effect of 9/11 made it abundantly clear that we live in an interconnected world. Incident in one part can send shockwaves through the rest. This event demanded from us a new understanding of our world, forcing us to confront the reality of our vulnerability, yet also our resilience. It prompted introspection into our place within this complex global tapestry, an understanding that has become all the more crucial in the face of today's multifaceted challenges. So, let's journey back together to that fateful day, delving deeper into the events as they unfolded minute by minute, and exploring their far-reaching implications that still resonate in our world today. It was a Tuesday morning just like any other. The city of New York was waking up and the World Trade Center was coming alive. Among the various businesses and establishments in those iconic towers, one particular place was already bustling with activity: the renowned restaurant Windows on the World. Located on the 107th floor of the North Tower, Windows on the World was more than just a place to grab a bite. It was a culinary destination, a place where the city's rhythm could be felt in the clinking of glasses, the laughter of patrons, and the sizzling of dishes being prepared by the chefs. The restaurant was a sort of little UN, home to a multicultural staff of approximately 450 people hailing from over 24 countries, each contributing to the vibrant atmosphere with their unique dishes and stories. As the morning rolled on, the restaurant filled up with a diverse clientele. Office workers grabbing their morning coffee, tourists marveling at the breathtaking city views, locals enjoying their favorite spot. It was a typical bustling day at Windows on the World. The restaurant was a microcosm of the World Trade Center, a symbol of unity and diversity, a place where people from all walks of life came together. Meanwhile, other parts of the towers were also springing to life. Office spaces were filling up, meetings were being held, deals were being made. It was business as usual. The World Trade Center, with its twin towers standing tall, was the beating heart of New York City, a testament to human ambition and progress. But this seemingly ordinary day was about to take an extraordinary turn. Little did anyone know, the events of the day would forever change the course of history, leaving an indelible mark on the city, the country, and indeed, the world. At 8:46 a.m., the calm of the morning was shattered as an airliner, commandeered by terrorists, crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. The impact blew out floors, ignited fires, and sent a shockwave of confusion and panic through the streets of New York. For a moment, the city stood still, its inhabitants frozen in disbelief. Had this been a horrible accident, or was it something more sinister? In the heart of this chaos, the brave men and women of the fire department of the city of New York sprang into action. Battalion Chief Joe Pfeiffer, one of the first on the scene, witnessed the horrifying spectacle of the plane crashing into the tower. Undeterred by the danger, he and his team raced towards the burning building, their minds focused on one thing: saving lives. The FDNY launched a massive response. 121 engines, 62 ladder companies, 100 ambulances, and 750 members of the department were dispatched to the scene. These firefighters, these heroes, faced a daunting task. The stairwells were severed, the building was on fire, and people were trapped high above, desperate for rescue. Chief of Department Peter Gansey Jr. and his deputy, Dan Negro, arrived at the scene, witnessing firsthand the devastation that had befallen the city they swore to protect. The flames, the smoke, the people jumping from the buildings, it was a scene of unimaginable horror. But they did not waver. Despite the dangers, no firefighter refused to go into the towers. Their unwavering bravery in the face of such adversity is a testament to the human spirit. But this was just the beginning of a day that would change history. As the smoke billowed from the North Tower, a second plane appeared in the sky, a sight that would forever be etched in the minds of those who bore witness. This wasn't a stray aircraft lost in the morning haze. It was a second commercial airliner, United Airlines Flight 175, veering off course and heading straight for the South Tower of the World Trade Center. 17 minutes had passed since the first plane hit the North Tower. 17 minutes of confusion and fear, of people trying to comprehend the incomprehensible. And then at 9:03 a.m., the second plane crashed into the South Tower, exploding on impact and sending a plume of fire and debris into the air. The world watched in horror as this second strike confirmed what some had begun to fear. This was no accident. America was under attack. The realization that this was a deliberate act of terror sent shockwaves around the globe. This wasn't just an attack on the physical structures of the World Trade Center, but an assault on the values, freedoms, and people that they represented. The Twin Towers weren't just buildings. They were symbols of American prosperity and unity, home to businesses, restaurants, and people from all over the world. And in less than an hour, they were engulfed in smoke and flames. Survivors from the first strike were still trying to escape the North Tower when the South Tower was hit. Firefighters, police officers, and first responders rushed into danger, climbing the stairs of the burning towers in a desperate attempt to save as many lives as possible. The courage and selflessness displayed by these heroes in the face of unimaginable peril is a testament to the human spirit. As the second plane struck, the scale of the catastrophe became horrifically clear. This was an act of war, a deliberate and deadly attack on American soil. The world held its breath, waiting to see how the nation would respond. But even in these darkest of moments, there were glimmers of hope and resilience. Stories of bravery, sacrifice, and unity began to emerge from the smoke and debris. In less than an hour, the World Trade Center was engulfed in smoke and flames. The world watched in horror as the towers collapsed. The North and South Towers, once standing tall and majestic, crumbled into dust within a couple of hours. The collapse sent shockwaves across the globe, and the heart of New York City was buried under a mountain of debris. Amidst this chaos, the fire department of the city of New York, fondly known as the FDNY, demonstrated extraordinary bravery and sacrifice. Battalion Chief Joe Pfeiffer, who witnessed the first plane crash into the North Tower, led his team into the burning building. They worked tirelessly, scaling the stairs of the towering inferno, risking their lives to save others. Despite the danger, not a single firefighter refused to enter the towers. The FDNY launched a massive response, dispatching 121 engines, 62 ladder companies, 100 ambulances, and 750 members of the department to the scene. They faced unimaginable challenges, severed stairwells, people jumping from the buildings, and the ever-present danger of further collapse. Chief of Department Peter Gansey Jr. and his deputy, Dan Negro, were at the forefront, coordinating the rescue efforts. Chief Gansey, a courageous and respected leader, was known for putting others before himself. On that fateful day, he, along with 342 other members of the FDNY, tragically lost their lives in the line of duty. The aftermath of the attack was heartrending. The top-grossing restaurant in the country, Windows on the World, located on the 107th floor of the North Tower, was reduced to rubble. All 79 people on that floor, including 72 staff members, perished. In the face of this tragedy, surviving employees banded together, forming organizations like the Restaurant Opportunities Center United and Windows of Hope, to provide relief and financial aid to displaced workers. The attack left a gaping wound in the heart of the city, but in the wake of the devastation, the spirit of humanity shone through. The FDNY, the workers at Windows on the World, and countless other heroes proved that even in our darkest hours, courage, resilience, and unity can light the way forward. The events of 9/11 have left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. The tragedy claimed the lives of nearly 3,000 people and reshaped the very fabric of our society. From the ashes of the World Trade Center, stories of heroism emerged that continue to inspire us. The fire department of the city of New York, for instance, lost 343 brave souls that day. Yet, in the midst of such unimaginable loss, they carried on, tirelessly working to save as many lives as possible. The legacy of 9/11 is not just one of loss and destruction, but also of resilience and unity. The events of that day led to significant changes in global politics and security measures. They spurred us to strengthen our defenses, to be more vigilant, to stand together as a nation and as a world community. In the face of adversity, we've shown remarkable resilience. We've seen it in the organizations that sprang up to support displaced workers, in the tributes that pour in every year to honor the fallen, and in our continued commitment to preventing such a tragedy from happening again. Although the scars of this tragedy remain, they serve as a reminder of our resilience in the face of adversity. Remembering 9/11 is not just about honoring those we lost, but also about understanding the lessons we've learned. It's about recognizing the strength and resilience that emerged from the tragedy, the unity that it fostered, and the changes it brought about. We remember 9/11 to ensure that such a catastrophe never happens again, to remind ourselves of the values we hold dear, and to commemorate the heroes who risked and gave their lives in service to others. As we navigate through these challenging times, let us not forget the lessons of 9/11. Let us remember that even in our darkest moments, we have the capacity to come together, to rise above our differences, and to build a more secure, more compassionate world. Thank you for joining us on this comprehensive exploration of the 9/11 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe for more related videos like the video to motivate us, and share it with friends and family so they can gain knowledge about this pivotal event in our history.